Hi guys, welcome back to another video. In this one we will be doing a haircut and relaxer. So she's bringing up the photo. This is the photo that is her inspiration. So she liked this cut and we are about to give her that cut, but before I was just explaining to her that we have to cut the sides low and we have to cut the back low as well. And I was just showing her that the side part is a deep side part. So I was just asking her if she's good with that. You know, just make sure that you and the client is on the same page. I'd like to do that. So I'm sure that we're clear, and then we are going into the haircut. Now I'm just making a part as to where I would want to have shorter. As you can see, the side part from the photo is very deep, so you want to make sure that you are parting out exactly where you want the part. Guys, now I'm going in to cut the first section at that side, and she was like, Shanice, you never wasted no time, you just cut. And I'm like, girl, you said you wanted a haircut and we're giving you a haircut. So she was like, what? You did that so quickly. You guys, you can hear the laughter in my voice because it was just too funny at the time when we were doing it. And now I'm doing this voiceover watching the video, it's just still funny. Her expression was amazing. Yeah, but nevertheless, she wanted a haircut, and it's nice to get fresh starts sometimes, it depending on what your hair is doing and also the look that you want to achieve in that time of your life. So you know, you can express yourself through your hairstyle. Trust me, you can. So what I'm doing, you guys, I'm just making sure that I am now making sure the cut is nice and straight. But you guys, you don't have to be very precise with this part of the cut, because you, after you've relaxed the hair, you have to go in again and to make sure that the cut is even right around and it's the shape that you are going for. So basically you could say that we are doing a rough cut right now. We are just making sure that most of the hair is cut off where we want it to be short, so we don't still have all of that hair dealing with when we won't need it anyways, because we would have been cutting the hair after the relaxer. But I would call this, you know, a rough cut. You're still not cutting it too jaggedy, you're making sure it's even as best as possible. So this is how I cut the hair if my client is getting a short haircut before I apply the relaxer. So after I've applied the relaxer, I just need to finalize the cut, which is just, you know, make sure that it's even, and anywhere I pull the hair, it is nice and straight and even. So that's what I'm doing there. Now you guys, as you can see, I'm cutting at a 90 degree, so I'm holding the hair out, right? And make sure that finger is on a diagonal. Don't get it too straight. And I'm just going in to create those layers. You guys, do not do what I do, please, I beg you. Cut and stop at your second knuckle. Don't cut too much past the second knuckle, because you will cut yourself. I have cut myself so many times because I am cutting past my second knuckle. Don't do it. And I know I should be teaching from example. Oh gosh, you guys, I don't know. It's something I've struggled with. I just never been able to just stop cutting at my second knuckle. I've always gone on to the third knuckle, which is not safe. But you know, over time, you get to maneuver the scissors and know that you will not cut yourself. But sometimes if you're moving quickly, it can happen before you know it. She's still in awe as to how I made that first cut so quick. But it wasn't quick, you guys. We talked about it. We discussed the cut. We talked about it. So it wasn't really quick, okay? Now you guys, when I take horizontal sections, I'm just cross-checking my cut just to make sure that it is even as best as possible, because even if you cross-check your cut right now in this stage and it's even, after you've applied the relaxer, it can now become uneven. So you still have to go in and check after you've applied the relaxer. So what I'm doing, you guys, I'm just doing the other side. That's why I sped it up, because you saw how I did the first side. So same exact way, that's what I'm doing. And now I'm connecting now. You see, I'm just taking horizontal sections and just connect the two sides. However, you guys, if it wasn't for the purpose of this video, I wouldn't have done it that way. I would have just cut right across. Each time I grab a section, I would have gone right around the head. But because of the video, I wanted you guys to see how I clearly do the one side, so you can just do the same for the other side. All right. So what I'm doing, you guys, I'm combing now the side of our hair that is supposed to be longer, and I'm making a guide. Now you guys, bear in mind, this haircut is a disconnected haircut. It is not supposed to be connected to the back. However, if you want, you could connect it, but I'm going off of the inspirational photo that she showed me. So it is meant to be disconnected. Now what I mean by disconnected is that the hair, the front, it's like you have two haircuts then per se. So the back is nice and connected and it's flowing and the layers are nice and connected, but the front is disconnected. It is not connected to the back at all. So it would appear, you could say that you have two different haircuts, but it's just called a disconnected haircut. I don't know if you've heard of a disconnected bob, but you have disconnected type of haircut. I will probably insert some photo here so you could see what I mean by, you know, like a disconnected cut. Now you guys, I am just going in and I'm grabbing some hair from the top and I'm carrying it to the last layer at the back, because I want to make sure that I have some length at the top, and I'm pulling it. As you could see, I was pulling it downwards so I can create that length. If you elevate the hair up, your hand up with the hair, elevating it up, you will be removing length. And if you put your hand down, you will be saving length. You're retaining the length. All right, so this is where we're at, and I'm just when her hair was longer, we had some layers at the front already, so I didn't have to go in and put in a lot of layers. I was just making sure that they are even, giving a new haircut now. So I'm going to be applying a relaxer now. I've fairly finished with the haircut, and I'm just gonna apply her relaxer. What I was just telling her is to have her look at where her part will be, and if she likes it that deep, and she said yes, it's perfect. So I'm just applying her relaxer now. And you guys, if you would like to see this how to apply relaxer more in depth, like how to apply relaxer on new growth, you can watch that video. I think it's titled help me relax her 2 inches of new growth. That's a good video. I will link it up here. That's a good video to watch if you would like to see how to touch up new growth. So you can go over and watch that, and you will get to see how I apply relaxer on my clients for new growth. However, this process is going to be a little bit different as opposed to how I would apply it on new growth when a client is keeping the length of their hair. So because she's going to a shorter haircut, I like to pull the relaxer down a little, so I get you will see that in a few. So I get the shorter section of the haircut to be bone straight. I like when short haircut, the shortest part of the haircut is bone straight. So I am going to be using my comb to comb the back in a few. If I was doing my client here, I think her last relaxer was 3 months ago, or 3 to 4 months ago. So we don't really do like a 6-month touch up on her. We don't do that. We would lengthen her relaxer for a while. So in that way, I'm able to comb it through because she haven't done a relaxer in a while. All right. But you will see soon in the video how I use a comb to comb through the back. Now you guys, I've just grabbed my comb and I'm just combing through the extreme back, combing through the back, so in that way the hair at the back of our head is nice and bone straight, since we're going for a flat look at the sides and the back. Usually I don't use comb when I'm doing longer hair. If I don't need to remove texture much, I would just use my brush and let the relaxer just do its job, and then I rinse it out. But as I said, because I want her side and back to be flat, I go in with a comb and I'm combing. You don't need to stretch too much, just comb and make sure that the hair is processing while it's flat, you know. And you guys, I won't be combing the top half at all because I don't want the top half to be bone straight. All I want to be bone straight is the side and the back. So the top half where she have that sweep, I want it to have texture in it so it's not flat and, you know, too flat. You know, we want the side and the back to be flat because that's how shorter hair looks, you know, nice when it is, you know, laid onto your scalp when you are doing these type of style. But I don't recommend bone straight for longer hair clients because it just allows their hair to look flat, because you know they say hair is dead, but I don't like to say lifeless, but you know what I mean when I say lifeless. But I don't want the hair to look flat onto your head. It should have movement, it should have body, it should have, you know, it should be moving. That's just my opinion, you guys. I know a lot of people like when their hair is relaxed bone straight, but you know, to each his own. All I'm doing now, you guys, I'm just applying the top, and yeah. And you guys, for all of you that watches my channel, that has recommended my channel to someone else, that has shared my channel, to somebody else that has always been watching the channel. I appreciate you so much. I'm grateful for your support and for all the people who leave those nice comments and who always like the video. Guys, thanks a million. And I really appreciate when you guys watch the video and like the video, because it helps the channel out a lot, you know. And when you like the video, YouTube end up pushing it out to other people, so you know, other people that they think may like the video as well. So it does a great deal for the channel. So thank you all for always supporting the channel. Now you guys, let's get back to this. As you can see, I finished applying the relaxer at the top of her head, and I didn't comb that through at all. I just, after I finished apply, I just rinsed it out because I didn't want it to go bone straight. And this is how her hair is looking after I've molded her hair with the Nairobi mousse and put her under the dryer for about 25 minutes. So what I've done was while I was molding, I made a cleaner part on the side of her hair and straightened it up a bit. And what I just cut off is what ended up coming over. So you just want to cut that off, and then all I'm doing right there is just to make sure that her side is nice and neat. That haircut that we did before we applied the relaxer was exceptional. I didn't need to you know, cut off too much after I did that. I'm just going through to the finished look now. And you know, you guys, you can communicate with your stylist, or if you are doing a haircut, you can have them do your sideburns, whether it be shorter or longer, however you would like it to be done. But going off of the style we saw just now, perfect. That is spot on. You guys, I'm just using a razor, and I kind of like a razor comb. I'm just making sure that I texturize the extreme end of the back so it doesn't flip out or flip over. I like to do that. I don't texturize it too much because I don't want too little hair to leave there, because what I prefer to see on my clients is a very textured cut with hair at the back, and not it lining up and looking like a you know, like a boy's cut. I like when it is they have hair at the back of their head and it just looks soft and, you know, soft and feminine. I don't like the hard lineup for women, but you know, it's up to you and what you like. So you guys, since the hair is now straight, I'm just going in to make sure that I cross check again to make sure that my cut is balanced. Make sure nothing is out of place. Each time I hold that hair out, I should not be seeing any long and short hair. Everything should be on the same level, and that's all I'm checking for. So you know, if anything, you can go in and get those long pieces. And you guys, as for this long part at the side, definitely go in and break up that part. Break up that part, because when you style it, to me, I don't love when the part is so long. So break up that part at the back, carry it to maybe this way. Now you guys, this is what the back is looking like, and I'm just going to make sure that the disconnected part of the haircut is nice and even. Just straightening up her face frame in layers. You guys, when I'm holding the hair up and out, I'm only checking it to see if it's even. When you do a haircut, when you hold the section of the hair out, forward, backward, it should be straight any direction you hold it, and that is when you know your haircut is well done. And that is it, you guys. Can you see the layers is helping your haircut to move? So it's always great for you to add some layers when you are doing your haircut, unless the cut that the inspirational cut that the clients show you is not layered, or she specifically tell you that, you know, I don't want any layers, you know. But apart from that, add some layers to your haircut and get it to move nicely. So now you guys, this is the finished look. Before styling, I would have been styling her hair now, but guess what, you guys? As I was about to style her hair, the electricity went. Oh my goodness. I would have definitely have filmed the styling process, but I couldn't at the time, you guys. So we waited for a while and I ended up styling her hair before she left, but I had no intention to film at that time. I was just so flustered, and I decided, you guys, I cannot just don't post this video. I have to post this video because it is nevertheless good content for you guys to see. So I hope you enjoyed the video and got something out of it.